I've been watching a lot of True Detective. Um, there's a new season coming out, True Detective Night Country, with Jodie Foster. Um, Takes place in Alaska, which is where Matthew McConaughey's character grew up in the first season of True Detective. Matthew McConaughey's character, Rustin Cole. Then we find out one of the deceased characters in this new season, who a live character is seeing. This deceased character is actually Rustin Cole's dad, Travis Cole. So that's interesting. The episodes are coming out weekly. There's only 2 episodes out right now. They're good. I like them. I hadn't watched True Detective Season 2. I had seen Season 1 and Season 3. I tried watching Season 2, but I tried watching it like immediately after watching Season 1, and the vibe was so different that I was off-put a little bit. But I did go back and watch Season 2, and it's good. I like it. It's you just have to be ready for something quite different from Season 1 and Season 3. Season 3 is very, very much like Season 1. I think they might have veered a little too hard into the try and be like Season 1 after there was pushback about Season 2. And I don't think they needed to do that. I think Season 2 was good as its own thing, and I think Season 4 is going to be good as its own thing as well. But now I have nothing to watch while I'm waiting for more True Detective to come out. So I started watching The Killing, which I watched the first season of when I was much younger, closer to whenever it came out on DVD, I'm sure. This show, The Killing, about this girl named Rosie Larson, who was murdered. When I watched it, when I was watching it at first, I remember being annoyed. I was like, oh, they're not going to solve the murder this episode. And they don't even solve the murder that season. There's 4 seasons that I'm aware of. I don't know if they solved the murder ever. No clue. So I didn't like TV like this at the time, so the show didn't really stick with me. I remember I watched the whole thing because I didn't really have much to watch, but I remember just kind of not really getting it. And watching it again this time, I can appreciate it more because I've seen Twin Peaks, which is all about one person who has been murdered and the effects of the world around her, and then the secret stuff she got into, her secret little second life. A lot of similarities premise-wise between Twin Peaks and The Killing. The Killing's also in Seattle, Washington, where Twin Peaks is in Twin Peaks, Washington. But both in Washington, both about a girl who's been murdered, both about a girl who has a secret second life, as what exactly, we're not sure. In The Killing, I'm not sure. I know Rosie Larson and Laura Palmer aren't similar in a lot of ways, but as far as the premise of the 2 shows go, Twin Peaks and The Killing, a little bit similar. The Killing is not as enjoyable as Twin Peaks, and it is not as enjoyable as True Detective. It is paced much slower, but I still think it's good. And I think of shows comparable to True Detective, it's probably pretty close compared to other things, because it's a slow burn. It's about just one case. It's not they're solving a mystery every episode. So it's okay. I like The Killing. There's parts of it that are deeply disturbing to me. Like there's a tape they discover in episode 3 or 4. Maybe it's episode 4. Maybe it's the end of episode 3 of season 1 of The Killing, where they find a videotape of Rosie Larson on the night of her murder, and that videotape is very upsetting to me, and I would hope it's very upsetting to anyone else who's seen the show. Very upsetting. I had to take a little break from the show after that. But it's good. Yeah, I don't know. I just came to talk about television, about long, slow burn television. Are there any other shows where they're just focused on one situation the entire time, and the show just focuses on that situation? Because The Killing is all about Rosie Larson's murder and trying to solve that. Twin Peaks is, for a long time, about trying to solve Laura Palmer's murder. True Detective Season 1 is about that poor girl who got murdered at first, and then a whole wide range of things that branch out around that, including possibly a pedophilic government conspiracy, which is super interesting. Scary too. I like, not interesting in a fun way. It's interesting in a television way. Conceptually, it's horrifying. But yeah, I don't know. I like True Detective a lot. I don't like waiting a week to see an episode. I really don't like that. I got impatient brain. So while I'm waiting for episodes, I've been watching The Killing, and it's been going good. There's 4 seasons of The Killing, so I can watch it for quite a while. I might even not finish the entire series before this whole new season of True Detective comes out. I would like that a lot. Typically, there's only 8 episodes of a True Detective season. 8 episodes is not a lot of episodes, though the final episode of season 2 was like an hour and a half long or something. That was pretty crazy. Good show. True Detective. I like it a lot. They don't need to bring Matthew McConaughey back. They don't got to bring him back. They can just be like, oh, that was his dad. That character that's dead now, that was his dad, just so you know. That little nod, that's all they need to do. But they're doing things with the Spiral, right? They brought up the Spiral a little bit in season 3. But they're already doing things with the Spiral in season 4. Or Night Country, if you don't want to call it season 4. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you haven't seen these shows, on the first murder victim in the first season, she has a spiral mark drawn, I think, between her shoulder blades. And then we see this spiral I can't remember. It's on one of the bodies. It's definitely one of the people involved has it tattooed on his chest. Oh yeah, there's a previous murder that the new murder in season 4 is involved with that had the spiral tattooed on her back. So this spiral is like, at least they described it as being in season 3 as like some kind of like some dog whistle symbol for pedophiles, like this specific looking spiral. Like if you see that, then people on the in of the spiral lore will know that you're a little boy enjoyer or whatever. I don't know if I can talk about this stuff on YouTube. We'll see if this video gets age restricted. None of my videos have so far, but none of my videos qualify for ads anyway. I don't think. I mean, you might see ads on my YouTube videos. I actually don't know. I feel like I heard something about them putting ads on everything. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't see ads. But yeah, it's been 9 minutes approximately. I've talked a lot. I'm gonna listen back to this, see if I need to delete any words to make this more YouTube appropriate. But more than likely, I'm just gonna upload this whole thing in its entirety because I don't feel like editing today. Buffy video is going long. It's going to be a long video. I'm behind on it. I'm behind on writing. So it's not going to come out probably exactly when I wanted it to, unless I break it up into parts. And I won't know if I want to do that until I'm recording. And then I can feel for myself like, oh, this video is going to be so many hours long. Let's break it up into parts. So we'll see.